Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy, and today we're going to be talking about Charlotte's Web and Trulieve financials, so stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell down below so you're notified when I upload a video. Please give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Yeah, so I'm wearing this hat. I love haters. So it's an old hat I have. Decided to wear it for the F of it. So they increased Charlotte's Web, we're doing first. They increased 66% year over year to 21.7 million US. And they did 0.03 cents EPS in US dollars or 4.5 million EBITDA. And they say they did 15.9 gross profit, 73% gross margins, adjusted EBITDA 40.5, net income of 2.3 million, and 51% of revenue from retail outlets. So that means the rest is from online. Hemp Authority certification received this quarter, and they're planting up to 700 acres, to over 700 acres, that is. And they brought on a big executive from Kellogg's, Miss Elsner. I guess this is her. She's pretty good looking. Yeah, these women in the business in cannabis seem to be good executives. But I mean, she's new. She doesn't deserve all the credit for where the company's going with Charlotte's Web. But I mean, it's interesting. Now they have 4 national retail locations covering 18 states, and they're working on. They have CBD pet products, and because they believe it's a 1.16 billion market, and it's in line with the National Animal Supplement Council standards. And the company planted 300 acres in 2018 and harvested 675,000 pounds compared to 63,000 pounds in 2017. So that's around 300,000 kilograms. So they're gonna double it at least. So they're probably gonna do around 700,000 kilograms. But yeah, there's only so much CBD you can use in the products. I mean, out of every pound of hemp, because sometimes these hemp, they're only like 2 to 5%, and then you gotta extract it and stuff. So this is their operating expenses, 13.2 million, cash and cash equivalent 69.1, and they have assets of 171.7 million. They use 3.7 million of cash during Q9 compared to 4.1 million, so that's very low. I really like that. When their revenues start going up to, say, 35-50 million per quarter, that's when their net income is going to go up, as they're not spending more money. And they have a conference call tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Western, 5 a.m. Western, I mean, and then 6 a.m. for Albertans. And this is the number 1-647-427-7450, or this other number, and you need a conference ID of 7798405, and they have broadcast dial 1-416-849-0833, or you can just, a webcast of the call can be accessed through the investor relations on Charlotte's Web website, so that's cool. There's something about the hemp bill working through regulations. Yeah, right here, the FDA is holding a public hearing on May 31st for dietary supplements or conventional foods containing CBD. So they're gonna work through some issues. So that's interesting. So this is Trulieve now. Trulieve is the boss as far as net income goes. I don't think there's a company in the space that does as much cash flow that they receive every quarter. They're just really lean, mean, and they dominate in Florida. They grew 192% year over year from 15.2 mil to 44.5 million. That's huge. So 44.5 million, if you compare that with Canadian dollars, is somewhere around 60 million. So that's what you have to think about if you're comparing it with Aurora or Canopy or Afria. And they now have smokable flower because that's a new legislation in Florida, and they establishment of 4 new dispensaries, and now they have 26 throughout the state. So it's interesting how much sales they can do with just 26. Like based on a year over year, that's like a $250 million in sales just based off of like 22 to like 25 dispensaries. Now in Canada, Meta's doing like 16.2 million based off of like 20 dispensaries or something. And so they're not the same amount of sales that they're doing. And then I guess it's just people in Florida have more money, and Trulieve is just really operating really good, and people just spend a lot of money there, so they just don't deal with the black market as well. It's easier with sales in US because the black market, I think it's easier. It's going to be easier to convert the black market in USA than it is in Canada, because I think Canada's black market is a lot stronger. It's just something that's in tune with me. You know, you got all these illegal dispensaries that have been running for a long time, and just the fact with there's so many dealers out there, like just your friend who's a dealer. I don't think there's the same amount in Florida or other places. Kim Rivers, yeah, she's very attractive. I would date her. If you're Kim Rivers, give me a call. Send me a tweet. We are very pleased with the progress we experienced in the beginning of 2019 and are continuing to see that same momentum carry into the second quarter. Yeah, because she just, I don't know, she got some issues with her husband, so that's why I just said that. But I mean, if she wants to take me up on that offer, I would go on a date with her. 44.5 million, 29.9 million in gross margin, and the gross margin percent is 67%, which is huge. Just huge. The thing with these, well, actually, I think Trulieve also does cultivation, so I guess it's not an apples to apples comparison with Meta. So, and operating expenses 27%, and adjusted EBITDA 19 million, net income 14.7. That's just awesome. They're doing things that no other company in the space is doing as far as the amount of net income that they can do. They're providing to be a real role model for companies that want to be dominant in this space, because just these profit margins and just the way they're operating efficiently is just awesome. And financial guidance they're giving for 2018, their revenue was 102.8 million with EBITDA of 45.6 million, and 2019 220 to 240 million with adjusted EBITDA of 95 to 105 million. So that's going to be really good. 95 to 105, and then in 2020 380 to 400 million and 140 to 160 million EBITDA. So I mean, based off that, they're probably going to do around like 100 to 115 million net income. So based on like them not diluting anymore and a PE ratio of about 30, I'd give them somewhere around like a $30 price target for sure on a PE ratio of 30. Now, if they dilute more, that'll affect my estimations, and if they uh, make more money, I mean all these different things, or just if the PE ratio is a lot higher, say that the market just adjusts for that and gives them say like a 60 to 100, that could make their stock go to like 50 to $100. But then it all kind of plays into the fact with if they're going to dilute to expand the business, so, or if they're going to acquire a company. So I mean, as far as their net income goes, they'd be at a disadvantage to acquire any other company, as far as my understanding is. I mean, I guess it would be good if they acquired IIPR, but I don't really see that happening because IIPR is on the NYSE, and um, I mean, Charles Web would be a good acquisition for them if they just joined together. That would really grow their net income. But I mean, there's some. I mean, it would still affect their PE ratio if they acquired Charles Web. So I think it's better that they just try to dominate on their own. But at the same time, they're almost an acquisition target just because they're such a profitable company that it's hard to say what's going to happen. Just because if a company gives them a lot of money, such as Kronos or if Acreage or some other company in USA, or with legalization happens or Canopy tries to buy them out, that I don't know, they would go a different route. They because any other company is just not as profitable, and a lot of these 90% of these companies are losing money. So that's what I wanted to bring, and yeah, I think that's really huge, 380 million to 400 million. So that's US dollars too, which makes it around 500 million to like, yeah, like 530 million. And they have conference call as well on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern or 7 a.m. Pacific time or 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in Alberta. And it's 1-888-231-8191 on 957-3588. That's the ID, and they want you to dial in 15 minutes to secure a line because there's only so many lines available, and live audio webcast of the conference call will be available on this. So if you go to the New Cannabis Ventures and you look up news and you want to link this, you can find this. Yeah, basically just want to go through these top standing companies that are producing net cash flow, net income, and they're very profitable, really good profit margins in a very early stage industry, which bodes well for them in the future. So if these companies start doing 10 times their revenues, they're gonna just blow it out of the water, as far as their net incomes go. With Trulieve, if they did 10 times the amount of sales that they do, well, it'd just be like 100 million or so per quarter in net income. 400 million in net income per year. That's almost like $500 million. That's ginormous. That would really make them a big player. Yeah, so it's early days, and yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. There's other companies that are doing good things as well in the industry, but these are good players and they report at the same time. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, and until next time, peace.